If you say step 1, step 2, step 3, fine, no problem. You'll not be marked down, but it's just going to take your time. So once you know how to do it, just do it continuously without saying step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, so that's for the classroom purpose only. Okay, so we're going to calculate the contribution per unit. Okay, so the contribution per unit, we're going to do it for the 2 products. So we're going to, right. So we're going to get our contribution per unit. So I'm going to get, so the products will be here. Product M and product M. So we're going to get our contribution per unit. Okay, so I can copy inside this text. I can highlight the contribution per unit and I exit. Then I come here. Once I click, I go in there in the formula bar and say paste so that I can get my contribution per unit. I don't have to type it again. Okay, so in order to calculate our contribution per unit, what do we consider? To calculate contribution per unit, we consider two things, isn't it? What are they? 2 numbers. What are they?
The selling price and the variable cost.
The selling price.
Sorry?
The selling price per unit and the variable cost per unit.
Excellent. Okay, so we consider the selling price per unit and the variable cost per unit. Okay, so for product M, what is the selling price per unit according to the question?
The selling price per unit and the variable cost per unit.
Yes, for product M.
For product M, the selling price per unit is 40. The variable cost per unit.
Yeah, the selling price of product M is 40.
Okay. And the variable cost per unit is? Is what?
16.
16. Excellent.
16.
So I say equals 40 minus 16, and I enter. Okay. So I do the same thing for product N. What should be my formula? Equals?
Cost of 30 minus 15.
30
For product M
minus
is 40.
15 equals 30 minus 15, which gives me 15. Okay. It gives me 15. Is that clear? Okay. So if you want to see the formulas, once you click on them, you can find the formulas here. You click on it, you can find the formulas here. Or if I want to view only formulas, what do I do? Where do I go? Can anyone remember? I showed you the last time. If I want to view only the formulas, where do I go?
You go to view and type view formulas.
Okay, I go to view, then I just click on show formulas. View menu, show formulas. Then now all the formulas will be displayed, as you can see. So now you can see. Okay, can you see all the formulas without clicking on them? So if you want to go back, you go to the same, you say view, and then where it says show formula, and then it will take you back. Can you see that? Okay. So please, I want to make sure you learn all these skills, not only the accounting, but the spreadsheet, which is going to help you because that's what you're going to use in your everyday life when you go to work. Okay. So this is why I'm taking all this trouble. I'm taking all this time to make sure that I take you through. Okay. Please bear with me. Okay. I'm not wasting your time, but instead I'm trying to build your career. Is this clear?
Yes, Mr.
Yes, Governor, it's clear.
Yes, the reason why I said this is when we published today, me and Mari, saying that we're going to have class, someone texted back and say Adiamo Seattle. You know, so we don't even know what the guy meant by Adiamo Seattle. So we are not. There is nothing that is. To be honest, I am just doing it out of you brain effort there, out of utmost good faith, and nothing else. So it's for your good. I feel I have the time. I can help you build your career. Of course, why don't I do that? I'm not rushing to finish anything so I can collect, my pay or whatever. No, that's not my objective. With all due respect to, anybody who wants to do such things. Okay. So please, it's for your good and nothing else. But if I want, I can rush you. You can even finish even before the others finish. If I want, I can do that. But that's not going to benefit you, and neither is going to benefit me. Because if I go out there to organizations, I usually meet most of my students. So if I did not take care of them, I won't be able to, raise my head high. Okay. My students, anywhere I meet them, they've been very, very grateful. So I want your set to be like that. Okay. So please bear with me. All right. Is that clear?
Yes, Mr. Fulton.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I want to align. M is on the. You can see M is on the left, while 24 is on the right. Just like the same thing here. So if I want to align them to be on one side, what do I do? I'm going to select people now. Bintu, you are in practice. What do I do? How do I align these things? Bintu Ba. Hello, Bintu. Are you with us, Bintu? Who can help? Who can tell us what to do? In order to align this column, the M and the 24 to be on the same side, and the N and the 15 to be on the same side. Yes.
Yes. What is your question again? My
question is, we have calculated our contribution per unit. For M, it was 24. For N, it was 15. Well, when you look at it, M is on the left-hand side of the cell of the column, while 24 is on the right-hand side. What do we do to align them to be on the same side? Are you getting me?
Mr. Fulton.
Yes.
Hello. I can help her.
Can I come in?
Yeah, Bintu, you want to help before someone comes? Bintu? Did you hear my question? Did you hear me now, Bintu?
Yes.
Bintu maybe is having some network difficulties. Mustafa, yes. Can you help?
Hello, Mr.
Can you help us, Mustafa?
You align them right.
Sorry? We will align to the right.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Mr. Fofana.
Hello, Mariam.
Yeah, you can click on the match cell and then click on the M
and select align right.
And click on the match cell, then align right.
Yes. I did.
Okay.
Mr. Fofana.
Yes. Yes, go ahead. Okay, fine. Let's just move. Mariama was
Mr.
saying
Fofana, I think you have to highlight M and N. You have to highlight M and N first.
What we do is simply, before you, the way Excel works is an object-based operations. So whatever you do, you must show the object. You must highlight the object. So the object here is these two cells, for example. Okay, so or the 4 cell. So we can highlight on all the 4 cells, and then we go to format. Okay, we go to format, alignment, then we can align to the right. So by default, any column that has got numbers on it are aligned to the right. So we say alignment to the right. Okay, so you see all of them have been aligned. Okay, so this is a lot better than before when it's like this. Just it looks very unprofessional. Is that clear? So that's what you easily do alignment. Okay, so can we move? So we've got our contribution per unit. So the next step is to calculate our contribution per scarce resource, which will be our contribution per machine hour. Okay, so we say step 3. Step 3. So we're going to calculate our contribution per hour or contribution per machine hour. Okay, so we're going to calculate our contribution per machine hour. So how are we going to calculate our contribution per machine hour? Marmalade, how are we going to calculate our contribution per machine hour? We already calculated our contribution per unit. Now we want to calculate our contribution per machine hour. How are we going to calculate that? Marmalade?
Yes, Mr. Governor. We already have the contribution per hour, which is 24 and 15. Now the total number of hours that is in question, that is the A and 3. So for we divide 24 by the number, which is by the number of hours, which is 8 hours. And for product N, we divide 15 by the number of hours provided, which is 3 hours.
Where is this number coming from? Marmalade, is it from your end?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it was. So
yes. So how do we calculate our contribution per machine hour?
okay, to calculate the per machine hour, we already have the budgeted hour, which is 24 and 15. And we already have the hours budgeted, total number of hours budgeted in the question. So therefore, we can divide 24. Example 24, we can divide by 8, which is the total number of hours. And for product N, we can divide by 3, that is the number of hours provided.
Okay, excellent. Yes. So we already calculated our contribution per unit, which is 24. How to call it? 24 pounds for M and 15 pounds for N. So what we are supposed to calculate is our contribution per machine hour. So this units or this contribution is per unit, okay, and the hours 8 and 3 are also per unit. So therefore, in order to calculate our contribution per machine hour, we have to take our contribution per unit divided by our hours per unit, which is 8 for M and 3 for N. Is that clear? So we say equals. So we click on D22 divided by what? What's our number of hours per unit for M?
8.
8 hours. Excellent. So I just expand this a bit. Then I can copy this formula, but then I will change the instead of the 8 is going to be what? Instead of 8 is going to be what?
It's going to be 3.
3. Excellent. I hope the rest of you are following. I hope the rest of you are following. Is it understood, class? Yasin Cham, are you with us? Yasin, you've not spoken the whole day. Are you with us, Yasin? Fatu Sambu? Fatu? Babakar, I'm coming. Fatu, are you with us? Alaji? Alaji Sedi, can are you with us? Okay. Up to this
Yes,
level, do you
yes.
understand?
I understand. Yes, yes, I understand.
Good. Yes, Mr. Dawson, what did you want to say? Abubakar, go ahead.
It's clear, it's
The
clear.
8 and the 3, are they not on the spreadsheet already?
The what?
The 8 and the 3, are they not on the spreadsheet or they are in the question?
The 8 and the 3, they are on the question. They are on the question. If they are on the spreadsheet, they are on the spreadsheet. Actually, you're right. We can use them on the spreadsheet. They are on the spreadsheet. Yes, you're right. Thanks for reminding us. They are on the spreadsheet. So if they are on the spreadsheet, we don't type them. So for M, it's going to be D22 divided by, where is our 8? Our 8 is D9, isn't it? So divide by D9. Correct. Thanks for reminding us that, Babuka. So for how to call it, for N is going to be E15 divided by, where is the 3, is D10. Correct. Thanks for reminding us that. So if they are on the spreadsheet, you don't have to type them. You use them in the formula. Okay, then that will be 3 £3 per hour, and then £5 per hour. So after calculating our contribution per scarce resource, then the next stage is the ranking. So we have step 4, ranking. Okay. Do you know what ranking is? To say week 1 should come first, week 1 should come second. So in our own case, in our ranking, the one that should come first should be the one with the highest contribution per scarce resource. So that's the one we should produce first. Okay? So in order to do our ranking, there is a function that we use for ranking. Okay? This one is easy. We can look at it and say, okay, 3 and 5. 5 should come first before 3. Easy. But if you have a complicated one, or if you have an instance whereby you have many products, okay, many products, the best is to use a function. Okay? So the function we are going to use is the same name, ranking. So we're going to say rank. We're going to use the equals rank. So let me show you how that works. So that's a new function you're going to learn. So it's going to say equals rank, bracket opens. Okay? So once you say bracket opens, look at it. There is a question mark that comes here. In Google Sheet, there is a question mark that comes. So once you click on this question mark, it will tell you how to build your formula. So it says what? Rank. The first one should be the value. The next part will be the data. And then the last part is to say whether it's in ascending order or descending order. So once you click on learn more, it will in fact tell you what you're supposed to do. Okay, so look at it. Look at the ranking function. Can you see it? So Google Sheet is very, very, very easy and very, very friendly. So the function, the sample of the function will look like this. Rank A2. A2 is the one that you want to determine the rank for. And that what you want to determine the rank for. Where does it start? It starts from A2 to A100, for example. And then the next part of the function is to say whether it's ascending order or descending order. And in order to do that, you always type 0 if the greater value is going to come first, which we want in this case, and then you type 1 if the lesser value is going to come first. That is if you want to rank in a descending order. So can you see? So I, in fact, went ahead and showed you an example. Google Sheet is just beautiful. Can you see? So this is the way to build your formula. I'll start again. So if you want to build a formula that you don't know of, you are not used to, okay, it's going to give you a problem. The first thing you do once you press equals, you must know the function. You cannot go ahead without knowing the function that you want. So the function that we want is the ranking function. And the ranking function is called rank, R-A-N-K. So once you type rank, you open the bracket. Once you open the bracket, now it's ready to guide you. Google Sheet is ready to guide you. So that's why once you open bracket, it will show you question mark. Question mark means, do you want some help? So if you click on the question mark, the help box will display. So this one is a sort of version of the help box. If you want to learn more, so you click on learn more. Okay, so let's say we want to learn more. Okay, so it's going to give you everything, how to go about it, like I explained, and it will go ahead and give you examples. And this is possible for all the functions that you can go through in Google Sheet. Okay, Excel also has got a similar function, but that of Google Sheet is a lot more powerful. Is this clear, everybody? Is this clear?
Yeah, it's clear, Mr. Bhuvan.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
It's clear.
Good. So we go ahead and do our ranking. So now we're going to say equals rank. So what should be the first cell that we need to select now that you understood the ranking function? Please guide me. What should be the first cell that we... Ibrahim Cham, Mr. Cham, you've been so quiet today. Tell us, what should we do? Cham, are you with us? Mari Mane, Mari, are you with us?
Yes, Mr. Bhuvan.
Okay. Did you understand the ranking function that I just taught?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. I understood what that means, Mari. Okay. Who can take us through, please? I want to build the function. I say equals rank. Okay. So this is really, really very important for you. You can apply it in work in most of the things that you do. Okay. So what should be the what should be the cell reference that should come next? The cell reference. Yeah, go ahead.
D25.
D25. Excellent. So we click on D25. Why do we click on D25? Because we want to find the rank of that particular cell, which is the rank of the contribution for M. Sorry, the contribution per hour for M. Okay? And always in spreadsheets, the various parts of a function are separated with a comma. Just know that. If you finish one part, you go into the other part, is separated with a comma. So we do a comma. So once we do a comma, if you want, you can click your question mark, it will guide you. So you see, after doing a comma, look at what happens. Now value is cleared, we have completed it. The next part is the data, okay, which is the cell reference of the area. So that is green, that means that's what we should be looking for at the moment. Okay? Is that clear? Okay, so if you want to appear down, it can appear like this. So now is the data. So what will be the range for the data? Where do we start clicking? We click from, of course, where this one starts. Okay, all the way to here, because that's what we have at the moment. Okay, if in case you are expecting more products, you can even extend it to F, G, and H like that. Okay, but now, before you go ahead, you have to make these cell references concrete. You have to make them absolute. How do you make them absolute? Making them absolute means if you copy to the next cell, the cell references will not change. The cell references for the range, for the data range, will be fixed. What should you do? I taught you that, didn't I? We should make them absolute cell reference. Okay, I told you we have 3 cell references. We have the relative cell reference, we have the absolute cell reference, and we have a mixed cell reference. The relative cell reference is the default. That means if you use another cell in the formula, once you replicate, it's going to move 1 step, whereas the absolute cell reference is, no matter where you copy the formula, that particular range will remain fixed. And the mixed is when it's part absolute and part relative. Okay, so what should we do here? We agree that this is going to be an absolute cell reference. That means it's going to remain fixed. So how do we make it fixed? How do we make it fixed? Come on, are you with me?
By clicking on F4, something like that.
We press? Yes, you said it rightly.
F4, F4.
Huh? F4, excellent, Alaji, excellent. We press F4, okay? We press F4. Okay, F4 will give us $4 sign, okay? And that will make it fixed. Alternatively, if in case you don't know where the F4 is, you can type $4 signs. But if you type $4, so that's going to waste your time. If you press F4 once, it does $4 signs for you just like that, okay? Then after pressing F4, we do our comma. After pressing comma, look at what happens, okay? Look at it now. At the moment, it's at data. That's green. That means we're building the formula, but it's only at this stage. Once you type comma, look at it, it has moved to the next part. That is whether it's an ascending order or a descending order. If it is going to be an ascending order, that means starting from the lowest to the highest, you have to type 1. But if it is going to be a descending order from the highest to the lowest, you have to type 0. So we type 0, and then we close our brackets, then we enter. So once we enter, look at the 2 has returned, meaning second. So let's replicate the formula, goes to 5, look at it, it becomes 1, meaning first. So it's clear. So like I said, easily we could just go and say, we just click on E27 and say that's the first one. We type first or 1, then we can say 2. But it's good to know these functions so that in the future, if you have many products, and if you have a situation whereby the numbers can change, you just have to do a function. Because as it is now, if any of these numbers change, it's just a question of how to call it, the formula is going to change on its own, okay? Now, to prove that, let's say this one is not 3, but it's say, let's say it's 9. So once you type 9, look at what happens. It has turned. Can you see that? Let me do that again. So this is the way it is. So we had 3 and then 5. So the ranking says what? 5 comes first, being the highest, and the 3 comes second, being the second one. Okay? Just to tell you how beneficial the function is, the ranking function is, if tomorrow you change or there is an error in the calculation and something else changes, it's going to change with it. Okay? So let's say this one, instead of 3, is supposed to be, say, 8. So once you do 8, you enter, look at it, it has turned. Now it becomes 1 being the highest and then 2. Can you see?
Yes.
Can you see what happens? Can you?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. People are not very much sour today. I don't know what's the problem. don't put your mind to the COVID-19. Inshallah, Allah will take it away from us, yeah? Okay? Inshallah, let's just keep praying and doing our efforts in our small ways, yeah? Okay? So that's the way we do our ranking. Please take note of the ranking function. It's not difficult at all. I showed you how to how to get guidance in case you miss it out. Okay? So please take note of that. Then we go to step 5. Step 5 will be how to develop an optimal production plan, which will be the most profitable production plan, and also how to calculate our profitability. Okay, so we're going to do it all at once. So I'll just say step
next class.
5 and 6. Okay. So that will be optimal production plan and the profitability statement. Optimal production plan and profitability statement. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do our optimal production plan and profitability statement. So we'll do our optimal production plan and we'll calculate our contribution, we calculate our fixed costs so that we can get our profitability. Okay, is that clear? Okay, good. Are we following?
Yeah, we are.
Yes, we are.
Excellent. Okay. So, right, now, what we're going to do is let's find columns for each of them. We'll have our products. Okay, we'll have our column for products. Okay, we'll find a column for units. Okay, we'll find a column for hours, that's machine hours. Okay, and we'll find our column for contribution per unit, CONTRIB. I'm going to stop there, contribution per unit. And we'll find our total contribution. Total contribution. So that will be our last column. Okay? Is this clear? So remember, we are trying to do 2 steps together. That's step 5, which is our optimal production plan, and step 6 is our profitability statement. Okay, so we'll first do our optimal production plan, and then we'll calculate our profit based on the optimal production plan. Okay, is this clear? Okay, so according to our ranking, which product should we produce first? According to our ranking, which product should we produce first?
Product N.
Product N. Okay, product N. Why do we need to produce product N first?
Because it has the highest.
We need to produce product N first.